by MTN. Of course, you're listening to Nigeria Info, the verified number one talk station. I like adding that verified, so that you know that it's not some publicity thing. It's for real. We are indeed Nigeria's number one talk station. I'm proud to be part of that. Okay, so today is, as usual, today is Wednesday, and today is Dear Bunmi. Yes, we will have Dear Bunmi. But before we do that, we'll also pay homage to Dear Bunmi herself, whose birthday is tomorrow. Now, if my calculation is right, I think Auntie Bunmi will be about 72 or thereabout. And look at Sheriff this morning at 7:30 when I said today is Dear Bunmi's birthday. I said, happy birthday, ma. No, sis, Dear Bunmi. Sis, Dear Bunmi still a sis. And so I'd like to wish her all the best and to assure her that all things being equal, God permitting, I will be with her tomorrow to celebrate her birthday as usual, as it's a yearly event that some of us look forward to. You'll be meeting old friends you hadn't seen since God knows when. That's what we'll be doing tomorrow. Okay, so happy birthday to her. I also like to pay homage to a good old friend of mine way back when I was in the Methodist Boys High School. I still remember him the day he showed up after the Civil War in school. I'd never forget him. He showed up with his best friend then. His best friend then, for all those who might know, was Phil Ebosie. Phil Ebosie. He's dead now. He's passed. And the Phil Ebosie also was a pilot, but he also had an elder brother. I think that was Sam Ebosie, one of Nigeria's finest pilots ever, with the likes of Captain Hayes back then when Nigeria Airways was a bubbling airline. And you'd be proud to come down, in New York, or come down, I think it was Gatwick Airport with, I don't think it was Heathrow, from Nigeria, green, white, green, those were the glorious days. So this gentleman, Captain Horace Milajaja, he also was a pilot. He's been a pilot for close to about 40 years. And I think if it is not today, tomorrow will be his last day on the job. And he also turns 65 tomorrow. So I'd like to wish him a happy birthday. So, Party Meji na day tomorrow, 2 RSVP, rice soup very plenty. I will do the Bunmi zone and I will do, and this is to put our guy supervisor on notice that could likely be about one day or Friday, if I want to combine all the whatever, from Dear Bunmi zone to, if I've hired somebody to come with a wheelbarrow to take me from Auntie Bunmi's whatever to Horace's zone. I know Horace is our boys giddy. The champagne, the other kinds of things. I'm ready for them tomorrow. I'm Motoleni. Well, your name Toleno. Right. So Dear Bunmi, today I went and fished somebody out from the advertising industry. I think she's been in the advertising industry for close to about another 30 or 40, how many years now? That doesn't bother you. What will bother you, or is what will concern you, is that she's the mother of those twins. You remember those two? The twins. By the way, they called me last week. They played a trick on me. Who is speaking? This one mentioned this one mentioned the other one's name. They turned me around. I didn't say anything. Anyway, their mom is here. Yabeji. Nkechi Modi. Morning, madam. Morning.
Good morning.
Yes, the twins came and made an impression on us, and we hope you will do so likewise.
Well, let's see how it goes.
But how long have you been in the industry, though?
I joined advertising in 2008, January, actually. Before then, I'd done other things, HR.
Like what?
I'd been a journalist first.
Really?
Yes, and then I joined DHL. I was in the HR department for about 11 years. Yes, and then before I followed my passion, my heart.
What were you? Were you in client service or what? What were you?
In advertising.
Yes.
Was I still
Are you involved? Yeah, sorry.
I'm a creative person.
Yes. I think you're a copywriter.
I'm a copywriter. That's what I am.
Copywriters are just like us, the creative people. A bit crazy once in a while. You can't take that from us.
You need the craziness.
You need the craziness.
And to be creative.
Our good friend Jimi, I think, was a copywriter.
Yes,
then.
yes.
She can be crazy sometimes.
Sometimes. Not all of the time.
Not all of the time. But you know, it helps on this job to be a bit of an oddball. But we don't do it. We don't do it deliberately.
That's who we are.
That's who we are. It's just that sometimes when you're occupied, and those who are close to us sometimes don't understand this. Sometimes you just feel like being on your own. Yeah. You know, it's not as if you're up to anything. You just want to be by yourself because something is occurring to you.
And a real writer is an introvert. A real writer is an introvert.
Maybe
but you have to be extroverted because you need to gather information. You need to be with people to know, to feel their pulse, to know what they do, to know how they feel. That's how you get materials, your content.
Can I let you into a secret?
Okay.
Except those who are very close to me, they won't know that I'm an introvert. Because of the job, you know, everywhere. I don't belong to any club at all. I don't hang out with any boys at all. Once, and it's been like this for only God knows how long.
You would have fooled me.
Yeah. People think that I'm some big socialite. I don't spend more than 15 minutes at a party. Unless, of course, in special, very, very special cases, rare cases, and there better not be so much noise there. If it's peaceful. But generally, I enjoy my own company.
Yeah, I think
but to add to that, I enjoy the company of kids.
Yes, I think that was one of the first things I noticed about your program. Yes,
okay,
way back. From way back, yes. You had days that children would be everywhere and, you know, just being themselves.
And it was fun.
I think that's one of your strongest points.
You reckon?
Yeah, children. Yeah, people who love
Maybe
children.
when I come to this world again, instead of having 3, I should have like 30 or something like that.
That means you marry at least 8 wives. That would be good.
Okay,
8 divided by, 30 divided by
as long as the shower is there. Sheriff, I wasn't going to. Why is he pretending to? I wasn't going to bring you into this conversation. But I don't like the way he looks as if he couldn't be bothered. But he's scared.
But he's enjoying it.
Why am I scared?
He's enjoying it.
He's scared because if I ask him now that how many children do you want to have, not that he has now, there's somebody else that is listening, and there could be 2 people. There could be 2 people. The one that is not supposed to hear, and the one that is supposed to hear.
All of you are Kukuma hearing Uncle Jimi.
I didn't hear that.
Whether you are part of the 2 people or not.
I've missed Sheriff. I've missed Sheriff. Okay.
He has to be the most patient person I've ever met in my life. Or not met. Yeah.
When they fire him in the morning, his 2 favorite. He has 3 favorite customers. One is Solomon. That one, Baba Biji. That one get 2.
Prince YS.
Then Prince YS. That's another one. Prince YS. And then Uche from Ikeja.
Oh my.
Uche, he can talk for this for about 5 times. Sheriff. Uche was one who said, let us go and get them to help us. I said, help UK.
Just name your child Uche. Make it easy.
Name
your child
Sheriff
Uche.
has retired from... You mean me?
No.
I can still have a child. Do you think I can have a child?
Nobody has said so.
Why would you want to have another child?
Not that I want to, but I can see there could be an accident.
Why would you even consider? Why would you even say I can steal?
No, I can still. It is important that people know my status now. I can still.
What status are we talking about?
The possibility is what he's saying. Not
possibility. The ability.
No, exactly.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Exactly. Yes. But I still they correct. Don't you know who I am?
Popular Nigerian slogan. That's a slogan.
You know that when you argue back and forth, when Nigeria says it's not going
anywhere,
just like they say now that there's going to be a coup, you know. So I said, don't you know who I am? That's enough. I usually like Wednesdays because it's a fun day for me. You can let your hair down. Midday you can let your hair down and. Because this job at some point gets to you. If you listen religiously. Doesn't it get to you sometimes every morning from 5 o'clock? This man on Crossfire talking about this and that.
Same problems.
Same problems, yes.
But I'm tired of the problem. I want solutions. So since I'm not getting solutions, I generally just zone out.
But don't touch that down. Keep it on Nigerian food. Okay, this Dear Bunmi I'm looking at. I'm a professor emeritus in Dear Bunmi Matters. This Dear Bunmi I see is compiled of stories that you had before. So if it sounds familiar to you out there, we'll just ride with it.
Okay.
What is most important is to get Nkechi Modi's perspective. By the way, we are on YouTube and we are on a Facebook Live. For those of you who ran to YouTube to look at the twins, consider Mama. Uh-huh. All right. Consider Mama
Free
so
ad.
that if you want buy one get one free, if you say your papa you don't divorce or whatever, you can carry him along. When you go to the twins, your papa go branch for them Mama place. It's still there.
Oh, girl.
Yes. Let me run the commercial.
OPG.
What's OPG?
Opagon.
Nkechi, don't kill me. We have some issues here. This one says he's in denial about our relationship. This one says my parents' noise keeps me awake. We'll leave that one. If the parents, they should leave the parents to enjoy themselves. This one says marriage hasn't stopped his flirting. That's a very dangerous subject from Bilkis. And says this one also says that smart. It says I love my ex better than my wife. And then of course Franca has a problem after childbirth. The milk machine, somebody put a pin in the balloon and it's come down. So, and then this one says turn by by single. Let's talk about Smart, who loves his ex better than his wife.
So I'll ask him first.
Wait, calm down.
Read it, okay.
Cool, we must read it.
Okay.
We must read it, Neil. Smart says, Dear Bunmi, I got married 2 years ago when I hadn't completely fallen out of love with my ex-girlfriend. You see, he hadn't fallen out of love. He did not get babe. He says, I met my wife on the rebound after my ex left me for another man. But the relationship didn't work out and she started emailing me. My wife is kind, gentle, and good company. But I now realize that my ex is the love of my life. My marriage is currently childless. What should I do? He now suddenly realizes that it's the ex. Could it be the denial? You know, man's greatest enemy is the human mind. Your mind can play games with you.
On him. It's as simple as that. But the truth is, everybody has the love of their lives. Every human being.
What do you mean the love of? Even after that love is gone.
Everybody. Every passion can die. Everything else can die. But love never dies. That's the truth.
Do you believe in love, sir?
I absolutely do. I'm a hopeless romantic. So I'll say it openly. Yeah, but I think that sometimes we mistake passion for love. We mistake passion for love. So if your ex-girlfriend,
Sheriff, cover your phone well. I can see what you are writing. Go on.
If your ex-girlfriend was so important to you, you would have waited. This idea.
But don't you think that denial also has a you know the way I'm sorry to say this, way men think you have this one in the pocket, then you are still looking at you know.
It goes beyond that.
It goes beyond that. You think he loves the
men?
ex?
Funnily, I believe that men love more deeply than women.
Are you sure?
Yes, but because we women are naturally kind, naturally soft, we'll be kind to everybody. That's our nature. We'll be.
So, and then you will love everybody.
We'll be loving to everybody. It's from loving them. You can be loving to people. It's like saying you can be friendly. Doesn't mean that everybody is your friend.
I don't like this kind of definition. Okay. That's how somebody confused me one day. I said, it's not that I love you. You say I'm in love with you. I said, what's the difference?
There's a difference.
Tell me.
Okay. So, I love Philip. I love Sheriff.
You love Philip?
I love Sheriff.
Philip,
I love my colleagues. I mean, I love Bazim. I love this. I love that. But when I say I'm in love with somebody,
who are you in love
then
with?
It means that there's an attraction.
Put a name to it.
No.
You put a name to the other ones. Why can't you put a name to
because
this one?
They are two different things. So you can love people, doesn't mean yes, and then you're not in love with anybody at that time.
So when we say I love you, then so what does it mean?
I love my children, but I'm not in love with them. I mean, I love my children. I love my mother.
The twins,
I love my sisters. You know, I love my brother, but I am not in love with them. I am in love with. Most times you are in love with the opposite sex. Sometimes maybe the same sex. I mean life is like that these days. So you are in love with. It means that you are attracted to them. It means that there's some connection. that is not filial, that is not by blood, that is not by work. It's just some. And the truth is, I tell people that the day you can explain why you love somebody, then it's gone.
It's gone.
Yes, because most times you can't even put your finger on why you are in love with them.
This is very deep. Oh. Okay, can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
Can I ask a question? Can you be in love with two people? Does in love accommodate three people?
Exactly what I was just saying now. Because you can't put your finger on why you're in love with somebody.
You can then love.
It can be replicated.
You can be in love with two.
Yes. Or three. It's just that life, you choose one. I love many brands of cars, but you have to pick one because that's what, you can't buy all the cars. You pick one.
And no, if you have the money, why not?
Okay, buy all, and then you think, people think you are crazy because you have 50 cars in your house and you drive only one. Well, it's okay.
But talking seriously, can you be in love with two people pari passu?
No. One has to go down for
the other.
For that to come up again.
How do you know if you're in love, Seth? Okay, you already said that.
If you can explain it, then it's not love. You just know. You just know. Sometimes it doesn't make any sense to anybody, but that's what it is. It is what it is.
Auntie, I can't remember. Morning. How are you? Uncle Jimi, yes. I can't remember. I have to pay him. It's only polite that I should meet you when you're coming next. So that is. So
it.
What should this guy then do? What should he do?
The other lady is available.
Yes.
It's actually dishonorable to be with somebody you are not in love with. You dishonor yourself and the person.
Can that apply at any point in your life? You've been married 10 years, 20 years, 30 years?
1,000 years, 150 years.
You can always.
You dishonor yourself and the person you are with if you don't. In the person being in you. That you almost think the same thing, you always agree.
What about when I've heard women say that I love you in this moment? What does that mean?
Sometimes people just say things that sound
catchy.
What is the meaning of in this moment?
But some people have something on their phone. This love, this first thing in the morning, they bring it up and send it to 50 people. 50.
To say what?
I love you so much. You're the only apple in my eye. You're the only this. The way it's gone to so many people, sometimes it can come to you twice.
Shouldn't you drink some water?
No. This one pass water.
I think those ones are just time.
Okay, how many more minutes do I have? We have to go now. I need to take a break. You know about this advertising. I need to take a break. When we come back, we'll look at some of the other issues here, okay? I've been talking to Nkechi Modi. We'll be right back.
Don't touch that dial. Daily Digest.